So how to manage your risk when you're day trading. Don't get caught up in cheap stocks. Don't get caught up in that mindset. Like if I buy this $3, $4 stock, this $10 stock, like I'm going to build my life, build my trading career. The money is really made of doing the same thing over and over every single day. It's about the day after day, obedience after obedience, workout after workout, managing your risk after your risk. It's about the scan after the scan. It's about waking up on time after waking up on time. And you do it day after day. Obedience after obedience. Managing a risk after managing a risk. Workout after workout. With no breaks. That's when you really get it. That's when you're on. There's no shortcut to that. That is something you control. That beyond all this junk, right? Like, we got these slides and stuff. In the end, if you take one thing out, day after day, workout after workout, obedience after obedience, discipline after discipline, every single day. Man, you do something like that, it doesn't matter what you're really trying to do. Because a lot of people think they're hustling, right? But are they really? Like they're doing 70% of it. They're doing 80% of it. Yeah, they're on the computer. They're grinding their balls off. Hey, grinding your balls off don't make you money. They really don't. It's this, right? It's the rest of it. That discipline of doing everything day after day, that's really how you manage your risk. But on the other side of things, look, don't focus on penny stocks, small cap stocks. That's a different game than probably most of you guys with small accounts are ready for. What I mean by that is like penny stocks, small cap stocks. The whole point of them is to prey upon people with no money to get them to buy it, because you need them. You need those kind of buyers because they're the only ones that would buy that. Does that make sense? The only people that are buying $1, $2 stocks are the people that have to buy them. But the people that have to buy them, they think they have to buy them. They don't. You can make just as much money. So for example, like we trade different stocks every day. Like I trade this Affirm stock, right? So like if you look like at the ATR, right? So like what I put on every single one of my charts is an ATR indicator. So this blue thing is called ATR. And by the way, if any of you guys need these layouts and stuff, let me know. But like what ATR indicator means is, okay, so this stock moves 11 points a day. 12 points, right? 11.96. So, okay, 12.96. That means it moves back and forth $12 a day. So what's easier? To trade like a dollar stock, 12 points would be 12 cents on a dollar stock. Are you going to be able to really move in and out of it and day trade it back and forth? No. 12 points though on a $100 stock will give you range. You can sit there and trade 100 damn shares of this thing back and forth and still make your money. You don't got it. You can trade 50 shares of it back and forth and make your money. Look, if it moves $12 and you can only trade 50 shares because you have a smaller account, you're just getting started. What's easier, to trade 50 shares of this thing back and forth, the ebb and flows of it, or to try to trade 5,000 shares of a dollar stock that's a pump and dump where it's only moving because of Discord rooms or some random PRs? But even then, if there's a 10% range, it's 10 cents. You can't really trade it back and forth. So the best way to really grow accounts for any of you guys that got less than $15,000, $20,000, Find stocks with huge range. And even if you can just trade a 50 shares back and forth, you can trade the ebb and flows of it and make money. But what you can't do is take a dollar stock and trade it back and forth within 10, 20 cents. And that's what most of them move. Unless they get pumped and dumped by a very large chat room, then they're not going to move. The thing about penny stocks and small cap stocks is it is a marketing gimmick. It is based on one thing. How can I find people with very little amounts of money that don't want to wait to grow it? Meaning they don't want to take the $50, $100 at a time and grow it. They don't want to do day after day, obedience after obedience, workout after workout, morning after morning. They don't want to do that, right? They want to be like, okay, I got $1,000 today, and I wake up in 5 days, I have $1 million. I want that fucking shit too. You know what? I want a full head of hair also. But that's not how it works. You want to look for range. Range. What it will do when you have less capital, you should trade penny stocks and small cap stocks when you have more money. When you have $100, $200, $300, $400, $500,000, that's when you should trade penny stocks so you could kill it, because you're not going to be moved by whatever's happening. You will know, hey, this is a pump and dump. I'll be in this. You don't have big city dreams when you have that kind of capital. When you have lower capital, you should actually trade higher price stock, because you won't get stuck in a pump and dump. Does that make sense? You know, pump and dumps, there's a million of them. I mean, look at some of this stuff, right? Like, you know, I had some students in this thing, and they were like, this thing was like ride. And it was great. Like, if you got it early, it's fucking amazing, right? And then one day, whoop, is that $5? I had a student of mine, he had like 4,000 or 5,000 shares of this. So he was up actually like $20,000 of very little money. And then, whoop. That's what it'll do. Now, this is like, you know, this was a heater though. As long as you catch it in the beginning, you're fine. So it becomes just more of a matter of precision. But like, you don't need to do it. It's easier to make a couple $100 a day and just build. Because if you make $200 a day and you do it for 20 straight days, what do you have? $4,000. Yeah, if you have a small account, $4,000 is a lot of money. Yeah, like pay your mortgage, right? Pay your car, something. Then the next month, maybe you boost it to 2,500. Maybe the next month you boost it to 3,000. Now all of a sudden, you're shredded.